There's nothing quite like hearing a high-pitched bugle of a bull elk on a frosty morning high in the mountains. Once, when my elk guide and I quietly arrived at an old logging road that a bull had to cross to come to the sound of our cow calling, the elk continued to bugle and come to us, moving through dark timber until he reached the edge of the road. He was so close, I was surprised I couldn't see him. As I looked at the spot from where the bugle had come, I spotted white puffs of smoke coming from the elk's nostrils as he breathed, a long stream of smoke when he bugled, and small clouds of smoke when he finished his bugle and began chuckling. All the bull had to do was to step out. I'd come to full draw and then take this king of the mountains. However, for no seemingly good reason, the elk quit bugling. The signs of his breathing vanished, and the mountain became still and quiet. We never saw that bull. I became convinced he must have been raptured up into the sky like one of the saints on Judgment Day. But that's the essence of elk hunting. Huntable populations of elk today are in 18 states and 6 Canadian provinces. They live at high elevations, in low valleys, on flat lands, and on the tops of rocky mountains, where climbing 20 feet feels like you're pushing a wheelbarrow that's overloaded with coal and has a flat tire. In this book, I have interviewed some of the nation's most consistent elk hunters about their tactics for finding, taking, and packing out giant wild elk. Elk hunters are as different as the elk and the places they hunt. For some, trophy elk are defined as elk that provide meat for their families. Others consider trophy elk as those with massive antlers that also yield meat for their families. Some elk hunters start their careers as pre-teens, while others don't take up this sport until they're 70-plus years old. Success is defined by some elk hunters as finding an elk, getting in close enough to take him with a bow or a gun, and often walking miles with heavy packs weighing 50 to 100-plus pounds with the meat and the trophy, and having the correct gear to make a 1 or a 7-day hunt without their packs being overloaded. Each hunter included in this book can teach us something about hunting elk and often uses a different style of elk hunting in various states. In writing this book, I've learned keys that have helped me become a more consistently successful elk hunter. I've relearned again that much more is required for a successful elk hunt than just harvesting the elk. My hope for our readers is that you'll gain knowledge and wisdom from these men and women who have contributed to this book to help you be more successful afield each season when you're pursuing one of God's creatures, the wild elk.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.